Very few people effect profound positive change within their lifetime, impacting their entire profession and the general public. But Rick Logan, AIA, has done just that through his 3 decades of service to the profession. In 2005, AIA Florida led the charge in a multi-profession task force designed to convince the Florida Department of Management Services to finally modernize its design service fee guide that had been last updated 36 years prior. In the intervening years, the construction cost index increased by approximately 700%. Clearly, the existing fee guide was woefully inadequate. Rick, representing AIA Florida and by default the design industry, was instrumental in negotiating both the update and a commitment from DMS to a standardized 3-year review. His work on the fee guide led to the development of an online calculator used by municipalities, school districts, and other governmental agencies. State components have admired the guide and calculator and are attempting to implement similar tools. Today, he continues to ensure the 3-year updates are completed and has even had to diplomatically challenge agency administrators who have attempted to undermine the formula. In his tenure as AIA Florida president, Rick led the association's opposition to a proposed constitutional amendment that would have required all changes to local government comprehensive land use plans be approved by popular vote. Passage of the amendment would have brought construction and well-planned development to a grinding halt and placed an unreasonable burden on voters. In a year-long statewide advocacy campaign, Rick rallied Florida's architects in opposition. Ultimately, the amendment was defeated, and Rick's galvanizing volunteer efforts earned AIA Florida a Component Excellence Award. He is one of a very few AIA Florida presidents to travel across the nearly 65,000 square miles in this state to visit all 13 local components. This listening tour created a culture of dialogue, collaborative interaction, and component engagement that continues to unify our state today. Rick spearheaded a joint task force to develop and publish a guide for building officials to ensure an understanding of statutory professional responsibilities and limitations to reduce AE overlap. The resulting Building Officials Guide to the Design Professional Practice of Architects and Engineers is still used today by building officials and was recognized with a Component Excellence Award. Most recently, Rick has represented the association before the Florida Building Commission, where he has staunchly advocated for the unedited adoption of the International Code Council updates, and, in lieu of that, legislative fixes to agency misinterpretations of Florida law pertaining to code adoption. He is my personal go-to expert whenever an agency inevitably attempts to circumvent Florida's qualifications-based selection process, said AIA Florida Executive Vice President and CEO Vicki L. Long. Rick works tirelessly to combat attempts to chip away at the statute and dilute what we believe to be the gold standard of qualifications-based selection processes in the country. Through his tenacity, graciousness, and quiet optimism, Rick has set an example for leadership in the architectural profession, not just in Florida, but nationwide. We are fortunate to have him with AIA Florida, and, thanks to his ever-present leadership, Florida architects face a brighter future. We are honored to bestow the gold medal on Rick Logan, AIA, to whom all architects owe a debt of gratitude.
I study nuclear science. I love my classes. I got a crazy teacher who wears dark glasses. Things are going great.